In this video, I will show you how to set up a Cardano node and the Cardano CLI on Demeter.run. This video will be particularly helpful for those trying to learn how to use the Cardano CLI but without access to a Cardano node or expertise on how to properly set up one. If that's you, then you might also be interested in our 3-part video series on using the Cardano CLI. Be sure to watch those by checking the links in the comment section below. So let's get to it. Demeter.run is a platform that helps developers like you and I build on Cardano. It does so by providing a number of managed services and cloud-based development environments. In this video, we'll be using an example from both. We'll be spinning up a Cardano node for the PreProd Testnet as well as a web-based instance of VS Code. This instance will have access to the Cardano node and to the Cardano CLI command line tool. To get started with Demeter, first you need to create an account and log in. I have already done that, so I'll go ahead and click on Projects. So far, I have a single project which I'm calling Cardano CLI Demo, so I'll go ahead and select this one. Each resource that's created under a project consumes credits, called DCUs. New accounts are given 6 million DCUs to use, granted by the Cardano Foundation. Here, in Project Wallet, you can see how many credits are left. Let's go ahead and add some resources to this project by clicking Add Resources. There are a number of different resources to choose from. For our purposes, we want to add a Cardano node. So let's scroll down, look for Cardano nodes, and click Deploy. This is the list of all Cardano nodes available to us. Let's look for the most recent version on PreProd, which is right down here. As of this video, the most recent version of the node available for PreProd is 8.1.2. Notice that each option has a different cost associated with it. This one in particular will cost us 1,200,000 DCUs per month should we choose to keep it running nonstop. But in case you are done using any of these resources and you don't need them running 24/7, you can shut them off and save yourself some credits. We'll click the toggle to connect the node to our project and wait a few moments. Great, it's up. Since we won't be connecting to the node from outside Demeter, we can close this pop-up and go back to our list of resources. Then click Add New Resource to add a second resource. This time, we'll select this first one, Workspace, which is a web-based VS Code environment. Click Deploy. For this example, we're cloning from an existing repository, so we'll click this toggle. Then, let's go to the GitHub repository for the Cardano CLI transaction demo. Again, check out the link in the comments for the video series where we go through the different examples in this repository. And while we're at it, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now let's go back to Demeter, paste the project URL, we'll leave the default branch and scroll down. Under the Select Your Extra section, click Cardano Binaries to add the Cardano CLI to our environment. In the section below, select the workspace size. For this example, the small workspace should be sufficient, so we'll select this one. Next, select the network we'll be connecting to, which is PreProd, and down at the bottom, we'll give this workspace a name. Finally, click the Create button and wait for the workspace to be created. In this small-sized workspace, it takes about a minute, which is not too bad. Once that's done, we click on the VS Code icon and a new tab is opened with our workspace. In our VS Code workspace, let's start by closing this window, Then let's make these colors a little bit easier on the eyes, and we should be ready to go. We can open the terminal window from VS Code, and I'll make the font a tiny bit larger. The first sanity check we can run from our environment is to check for the presence of the Cardano Node socket path environment variable and make sure it's populated. Great, it is indeed. Next, we can run a simple command using the Cardano CLI to query the tip of the chain. Cardano CLI query tip -- testnet magic 1, which represents the PreProd network. Okay, perfect. The command succeeds, and we can verify the node we're connecting to is 100% synced with the network. With that in place, we're now free to play around and experiment with different Cardano CLI commands and practice building and submitting transactions. We can, for example, start by creating a new wallet using this first script from our project. Let's run the generate keys and address script and give it the name of a wallet, like for example, Alice. As you can see, this command generates keys for Alice as well as an address, which we can use to receive transactions. From here on, you're free to experiment running commands as you wish. But before I leave you to it, I want to show you how to shut off these services so you can save yourself some DCUs. First, close this VS Code tab. Then back to our workspace, we'll scroll down to the bottom and first disconnect from the Cardano Node extension. Once that's done, we can click Resources, select our workspace, then scroll down to the bottom again, and finally click Delete. Okay, perfect. We're back to no resources or extensions, and this ensures that no DCUs are being spent until we activate any of these services again. And that's a wrap up for this video on how to set up a Cardano node in the Cardano CLI on Demeter.run. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and enable notifications. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop us a line on the comments section below. We would greatly appreciate it if you delegated your ADA to Jungle Stake Pool to support our work and help more people work with Cardano.